Hello everyone, this is Firefly and welcome to another how-to video. Today I'm going to show you how to create your own Ubuntu Linux virtual machine. So let's get to it. Linux is a popular open source operating system, and in case you don't know, open source means that it's available for anyone to change and tweak according to their needs. It's the preferred operating system for programmers because it makes life that much easier for them. Linux isn't only used by programmers but by many types of people as well. There are many different types of Linux which are called distributions or distros for short. And you can choose whichever suits you better. I'm gonna show you in future videos how to set up a virtual machine running on each of the other major distros for Linux. For this one, I'm gonna show you how to set up the Ubuntu, which is the most popular distro. It's quite simple and straightforward. For this you need two things, either the Oracle VM VirtualBox or VMware, which you can get from their respective websites, and the Ubuntu ISO, which you can download for free from their website. I'll be leaving all the links in the description. After you do that, you simply open up your preferred virtual machine application, and now I'm gonna be using VirtualBox. You click on create new and you name it whatever you want. I'm gonna name it Linux Ubuntu, and as you can see, VirtualBox detected that and set the type to Linux and version to Ubuntu 64-bit. Next, you choose how much RAM you want to give it. When creating a virtual machine, you shouldn't give it more than half of your host's RAM. For this one, I'm only gonna give it 2 gigs of RAM because that's enough for Linux, for Ubuntu. Next, we're gonna create the hard disk and leave it as VDI dynamically located. You can give it as much as you think you're gonna need, so I'm gonna give it 50 gigs. Now that our Ubuntu virtual machine is created, we want to go to its settings to change some things. First, I like to change the boot order so that I don't have to bother with removing the disk after it's done installing. Then in display, you should give it 128 megabytes of video memory. And in storage, you need to mount the Ubuntu ISO you've downloaded earlier. Save and start. Let's set it to full screen. Now, it's gonna check the files inside the ISO to make sure there are no errors. This might take a minute or two, so I've sped it up. Now as we can see, it's done and there are no errors. Installation does take a while and you might think that the setup is stuck at one point or another, but it's not, don't worry, just wait it out. Now here's the installation window. You can either try it directly from the ISO or install it, and we're here to install it, so let's choose that. In here you should choose the correct keyboard you use. Mine is the traditional QWERTY keyboard. Keep it on normal installation and let it download the updates while installing Ubuntu. Please keep in mind that downloading the updates takes time, so you want to be patient if you want to download them while setting Ubuntu up. In here, since we're installing it on a virtual machine, just let it erase the disk and format it to the correct format on its own. After you set up your information and password, the setup will start. Remember, it does take time, so I'm going to skip this part to when it's done. Here you can see it says installation complete, and you simply need to restart your virtual machine, so click on restart now. This doesn't always show, but if it does, just check if the disk was unmounted on its own by going to devices, optical devices. Mine was removed, so I'll just click enter. If you close full screen, we can even see here that the disk is indeed unmounted. And here's the login screen. Click on your user, type in your password and click enter. On first launch, it's gonna ask you to connect to your online accounts, which I don't do as it's not necessary. As you've probably noticed, the resolution is incorrect, so we can just right click on the desktop, go to display settings and change it from there to our correct resolution. It might tell you that there are pending updates you should install. I'm gonna skip them for now. This is Ubuntu Linux. you got yourself a fully functional Ubuntu virtual machine with all its magic. So this would be it, everyone. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to drop a like if you like this tutorial, subscribe to get notified of my upcoming videos and other stuff I upload, and share this video with your friends. As always, take care, stay safe, and until next time.